Hello, my name is Carla Margarita Baires Cruz, and I will be criticizing some parts of group number 11's work, which is Emerge and Evolution of UNICEF, the acronym of United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. First, we have methodologies procedure. In this section, there are some small spelling errors, but spelling errors will be exposed in more detail later on this video by another classmate. Specifically, in the research techniques and instruments, the tools mentioned have been very well used. The tools they chose have been very well applied. I think they chose the right ones. But a deficiency can be recognized in the section 6.3.1, investigation methods. At the end of the paragraph where it says the use of data reconstruction, I think they meant to say data compilation, because data reconstruction means or consists of the artificial production of a fact in the conditions that are stated or it is presumed to have occurred. I think this may be a writing error because it changes the context of the investigation technique. We're now going on the frame of reference. We have a historical background. The order of the work helps the reader to recognize, to localize important ideas and important dates. It takes the reader through a timeline of the historical facts, which I think is very good. I understand that, for example, in the first place, UNICEF was created for children of post-war Europe, China, and the Middle East, because they were the principal victims of the Second World War, but later on was expanded to children around the world. I honestly consider that within the historical background, it was necessary some key dates, some other important dates in the development of the rights of childhood that are important for the organization. For example, in 1959, when the United Nations General Assembly recognizes the rights of children to play, to education, to health care, to a supportive environment, among others. Another would have been in 1960, when UNICEF changed its status as a humanitarian aid organization to an international agent for development cooperation. And there are some others, but I think these two I just mentioned are important for the organization and should have been mentioned, included in this work. Regarding to doctrinal basis, I think the approach, which is constructivism, this approach they have applied to this topic seems appropriate, recalling that constructivism considers interactions as a sociological process to create the identity and the interests of the actors, and in this case, in the case of the organization, the interest of UNICEF was and is still to give help to children around the world. Regarding to legal basis are very well structured since they make the link with the United Nations. We understand that UNICEF is governed by United Nations. It's part of United Nations, as it is a specialized an specialized organism of the United Nations. They detail the articles that link the UNICEF with the United Nations, and the purposes for which it was created are explained very clearly, in a very clear way. The whole work is very well written, so it doesn't make the reader to get bored. We understand what they want to say from the beginning until the end. I think that's very good. Thank you.